I'm Charlie Moore. This is Bruins Academy. Class is in session. What's happening, sports fans? Welcome to Bruins Academy. I'm your host, Charlie Moore. Now listen, I know you love sports, and I know you love hockey. And guess what? You're in for a treat, because we're about to drop the puck on a brand new episode of Bruins Academy. We've got Brandon Carlo telling the incredible story of how his son was born right before Game 1 in the playoffs. A few of the Boston Bruins players will tell us what they would be doing if they weren't playing hockey professionally. And hey, I have a one-on-one conversation with the Pittsburgh Penguins head coach, Mike Sullivan, about winning back-to-back Stanley Cups. Listen, sports fans, I told you, we have a great episode of Bruins Academy. Let's kick things off by introducing one of the newest Boston Bruins players, Mark Kastelic. Say hello to one of the newest Bruins players, Mark Kastelic, who came here in the Linus Ullmark trade with Ottawa. His dog, Rip, also came to Boston as part of the deal.
Are you gonna jump or what are you doing?
Good boy.
First day at the rink, I was so nervous to meet everybody and see how I'd fit in, and it was definitely first day of school vibes, and I hadn't had that feeling in a long time. On day one though, when you start to get the actual coaches out there, and that's another moment where you're kind of nervous because it's the first time they're seeing me on the ice and you want to do well. Try to make a good first impression, even if it's just practice. But
now Kastelic moves to the middle, shoots, he scores! Mark Kastelic!
Just 25 years old, Mark is a 6'4", 225-pound forward who adds size and grit to the Bruins lineup. Boston is the second stop of his NHL career, and he is most definitely excited to be part of the Boston Bruins organization.
The culture here is very professional, and the competitive aspect of it is fun when everybody's competing hard and you're trying to earn a spot on the team. And I think pride the players in this organization take on just taking care of their bodies. Everyone came in great shape.
Kastelic comes in with a big hit.
I think it starts from the top down, and Marshy at the top of it, and you see how hard he works, and he's just always in the gym. And when the captain's doing that, and it kind of works its way down, and everybody follows in his footsteps. And it's hard to explain it, but you can definitely feel it when you're a part of it. I think it's going to be really cool to put the Bees jersey on for the first time in a regular season game, and I love being a part of it and putting that thing on so far.
Right of the net, here's Kastelic, center deflected, they score! Mark Kastelic's got 2 tonight!
47. So far, so good. He's got some skills, putting up some points early in the season. Let's keep it up, Mark. Welcome to Boston. Up next on Bruins Academy, we're going to give you some tips with Coach Matt.
Got some help in Marchand, cuts in, backhand, forehand, he scores! Brad Marchand, a short-handed goal!
Here's a great drill to improve your overall skill. All we're gonna do here, bend the knees, it's gonna be a forehand flip, and at the same time, we're gonna flip it back over that way. So you're using your forehand both times. Flip, flip. Forehand, forehand. Forehand, forehand.
Shot stopped, fought off, they score! Knocked out of midair by Charlie Coyle. Wow, what a goal!
Here's a great drill to improve our hand-eye coordination.
Shot, score by Pasternak, an airborne volley. It's Pasternak in Boston, he's got 2.
All we want to do, stick on the ice in front of us. We want to go forehand flip, backhand flip, and then we want to flip it in the air, smack it in that with our stick. Forehand flip, backhand flip, flip it up, smack it in the air. I'm Coach Matt. Thanks for having me. This is Bruins Academy.
Okay, sports fans, now it's time for a little Boston Bruins history nugget. Now listen, this past offseason, we've acquired a lot of new players, and I love it. The roster looks good. However, we still have some key veteran players that are on our team. As a matter of fact, there are 4 players who have been on the Boston Bruins since 2017 or even earlier. Charlie McAvoy, Brandon Carlo, David Pastrnak, and of course your captain, Brad Marchand, who is now entering his 16th season with your Boston Bruins. All right, that's a good period 1, was it? That was fun, right? Welcome, Mark, to Boston. Coach Matt working out, talking about the new players coming on the roster and the veterans that are still here. Let's all think about this as we head to commercial break. Welcome back to Bruins Academy, everybody. I'm your host, Charlie Moore. Bruins Academy, the show all about knowing, growing, and loving the sport of hockey. Now, Brandon Carlo has had some incredible moments as a Boston Bruins player on the ice. He's also had some incredible moments off the ice.
What's going on, guys? Come on in. It was crazy because we knew, like, once we were kind of in the playoff picture, that we would kind of have to start looking at what was going to happen, where hopefully we could get the baby coming a little bit sooner rather than later. It was a wild day for sure. We didn't really know what was going to happen, and throughout the night, he started to make his way in the early morning, probably around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. The little guy decided to come and join us. What you think, Bubba? Jump. Ended up calling Sweens and talking to him for a second, and he was kind of like, what do you want to do? And he's like, do you want to try and make it for the game? And I was like, yeah, of course.
You taking those? Where you going with those?
A couple hours later, Jeremy Jacobs kind of set me up and got me down to Florida on one of the planes. It was probably the most special moment in my NHL career so far. Combining that component of family and hockey is really important for me. So.
Let's go!
It was kind of easy once I got to the rink, just when I saw the guys.
Bro! Hey! Yeah!
Congrats, dog. Thank you. It was fun. It was good.
Glad to be back.
Happy for you.
Thanks, brother.
How you doing?
Good, man. Good crazy night, but thanks for that.
After everybody was happy and healthy and safe, I had to go out there and score some goals, you know.
Charlie Coyle sends it back. Carlo with a chance, scores! Brandon Carlo, what a shot!
Big Daddy!
We had a great night, ended up winning that game, and I'm not a guy who scores very often, but it was pretty special for me because on his birthday, I got to score a pretty nice goal. He's just staring at me listening to the story right now. You're gonna hear this a lot probably in your lifetime, huh? I'm very blessed, like, to be living out my dream, and then to have this on top of it, like, what more could I ask for sure? So, pretty incredible.
Listen up, Boston Bruins fans. Listen up, sports fans. If you're a sports fan like me, and I know you are, you like to wear the team's colors. Right now, as you can see, I'm wearing Boston Bruins swag. I'm repping the Boston Bruins. This next feature, however, takes it to a whole new level. Recently, the Boston Bruins welcomed in a group of Bruins Authentics customers and season ticket holders for a private sale held in the team's locker room. Really? I guess I didn't get my invitation, huh?
It's a great experience coming here to the locker room. I've never seen it before, so see what the players see on a daily basis and basically just interact with the staff. It's been great.
I'm Andrew Raycroft. Pleasure. Hey, how you doing? We know who you are.
The shop is cooking today. Pretty cool to see all this stuff. It's much different than when I played, when we got one set of gear and used it all year. Now the guys get so much, and how cool is it to have the opportunity to buy this stuff?
It was awesome. First time. I'm a big fan, so it was fun seeing all the jerseys. I'm happy that I walked out with a JVR stick. It's a nice collectible.
So if you're looking for a Marchand jersey or maybe a David Pastrnak stick, well, you've come to the right place, my friend. Boston Bruins Authentics are game-used, team-issued gear that comes straight from the ice to the locker room to your house.
A lot of great deals. Cool to actually finally get in the locker room and walk out with some stuff. I got the Zaka set 3 and some Pastrnak gloves.
It was fun to go into the locker room before the season and see all the equipment and jerseys that they had from last season. I got Carlo's helmet from the playoffs, and I think the second half of last season. So, did I need it? No, but it's fun. So I grabbed it. It doesn't fit.
All right, welcome back to Bruins Academy, everybody. We're all having fun. Everyone's having fun in the studio here. We're having a good time. We hope you're watching this episode and also having fun, welcoming new players to Boston, and basically learning a thing or two about your Boston Bruins and the sport of hockey. Now listen, imagine if the Boston Bruins players were asked the question, hey, if you weren't a professional hockey player, what would you be doing?
Other than a hockey player, I honestly, I thought I would probably follow in my dad's footsteps and be a plumber. I definitely have my heart set on hockey, and I'm extremely glad that it all worked out.
Loved cars. My grandpa worked at Ford for like 40 years, so I'd say probably like a car engineer, create and build cars.
I played soccer a ton, so probably would have done something in soccer for sure.
A soccer player. Yeah, if I could pick another sport, I'd probably pick soccer, yeah.
Well, if I wasn't the host of Bruins Academy, that's easy. I'd be a professional hockey referee.
I know you can't tell by watching the game from the stands on TV at home or eating popcorn, but when we're on the ice, I'm Chaz Magoo, and we'll see you next time right here on Bruins Academy.
I know it's far-fetched, but if I wasn't the referee in the NHL, I'd probably be a, TV host fishing, going around the world eating and fishing and making people laugh.
That's a big small, look at this. Yes! That's a gorilla! That's a gorilla! Yes!
Sounds a little far-fetched. Maybe they even call me America's Mad Fisherman. I don't even know. Just a dream.
When I was really young, I always wanted to be like a hibachi chef. I loved hibachi as a kid, and seeing those guys behind the table just whipping it up. These guys were rock stars.
I always admired firemen.
When I was really younger, I wanted to be a firefighter.
That was something that I thought could be a cool job, so that's probably maybe a path that I would have taken.
I played a little bit basketball in the school, middle school. Honestly, my parents' focus and my focus was only on hockey. I didn't really think about anything else. I was dreaming to be an NHL player, so.
All right, folks, come on now. It's time to get serious. It's time to really get in shape. It's all about physical condition here on Bruins Academy. Even the host has to be in tip-top shape. That's a lie. Anyway, you hockey players have to be in shape. Watch this next feature.
Hi, I'm Kevin Yield, head performance coach with the Boston Bruins. Today we're going to talk about upper body strength. Upper body strength is very important in hockey for being strong on your stick, winning battles, and both giving and accepting contact. Today I want to go over 2 exercises that are more traditional upper body exercises that most people can do at home. Because in hockey, a lot of times you're using your upper body strength while also having to engage your core and control where your hips and shoulders are in space, it can be helpful to train exercises that integrate your upper body strength with some core work. So to do that, we're going to go through 2 different bear crawl variations. This first one is what we call a forward bear crawl transition. So Tim's gonna set up with his knees right below his hips, and everything else is very similar to the push-up. From here, Tim is just gonna push his knees slightly off the ground. He's doing a great job of pushing his chest away from the floor here, and he's just gonna step about 1 hand width forward with one hand and the opposite knee. The goal is to use this hand to really drive him backwards and then use the opposite foot to push him forward. If you do this the right way, you should get a good burn through your shoulders and a good burn through your core. As he's going, he's also doing a good job of keeping his hips nice and square to the floor. The next variation that we're gonna go through is very similar, but now we're gonna move in a side-to-side pattern instead of forward and backward. So the setup is gonna be the exact same. We're still gonna be moving one hand and opposite leg at the same time. So Tim will set up on all fours, knees pop up off the ground, and then go ahead, pick an arm, pick a leg, 1 step over, 1 step back, 1 step over, 1 step back. So again, he's using that right hand to push himself to the side and to pull himself back, using his core to keep his hips and shoulders square to the ground as he goes. Thanks for having us on Bruins Academy.
It's all over. The Pittsburgh Penguins have won the Stanley Cup.
What's up, Bruins Academy Nation? I'm your host, Charlie Moore. Today we have a very special guest for you. Head coach of the Pittsburgh Penguins, Mike Sullivan. Mike, thanks for being on BA.
My pleasure, Charlie.
Coach, one of the toughest awards to win in any sport is the Stanley Cup. You won back-to-back. Tell our viewers at home how difficult it is to win and what it was like to win back-to-back.
What I'll tell you is it's hard to win one, never mind two. I think what makes it the toughest trophy in sports to win is the length of the playoffs, 4 7-game series, hardest hockey of your life, the physicality, the intensity. It's just a complete investment, emotionally, physically, on so many levels, to watch the players and what they go through with each additional round that you win, and you can see how inspired they get because it becomes palatable, right? It's tangible, it's right in front of you. And so to have an opportunity to coach the Penguins team and the group of players that we had there was an incredible honor. I can't tell you how awesome it was to watch these guys just compete back to back.
How were the celebrations after? Which one was better, the first one or the second one?
Yeah, I get asked that question a lot, and it's a difficult answer. They're different. They were both every bit as good, I'll tell you that.
Right?
And we've been chasing it. We've been chasing it ever since. So that just speaks to how difficult it is to win.
Yeah, right. Coach, thanks for being on Bruins Academy. Good luck coaching the Penguins this season.
Thanks, Charlie.
Good stuff right there from the Pittsburgh Penguins head coach, Mike Sullivan. He's a great guy. Good luck this year, Coach. Up next on Bruins Academy, we are going in the system.
Hi, I'm Dean Letourneau, and thanks for having me on Bruins Academy.
The Boston Bruins are proud to select from St. Andrews College, Dean Letourneau.
There's a lot of excitement. Just having my family there with me and being with them in that moment was pretty special. Kind of looking back on it, I'm never going to forget those memories.
The first thing you notice about Dean is his size, 6'7", 215 pounds. And here's a fun fact about Dean. He can windmill dunk a basketball. Plus, he can also rock the black and gold sweater with red pants.
Letourneau scores! Letourneau hammers that one top corner.
I've always kind of been tall. My brothers had like growth spurts of like 6 inches in a summer. Luckily didn't get that. I was kind of like 2 inches, 3 inches every year. Still grown an inch since last year, so I don't know if I'll stop, but hope so soon. I don't want to get too tall.
Bruins fans and the Boston Bruins front office will be able to keep a close tab on Dean's development. Why, you ask? Well, because he'll be playing his college hockey right down the street at Boston College.
It was kind of just their track record of developing NHL players and their facilities, their campus. Was kind of what attracted to me. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to, is coming into the rink every day and competing with guys that want to win. I'm lucky to be a Bruin, and I'll be at BC next year, and then hopefully a Bruin in a couple years.
That's a wrap on this episode of Bruins Academy, the show all about having fun when it comes to the sport of hockey. And trust me, if you haven't played street hockey or pond hockey or deck hockey, get out and play some hockey. It is a ton of fun. From all of us at the TD Garden, your Boston Bruins, I'm your host with the most, Charlie Moore. Thanks for watching, BA. And remember, let's hear it, remember, go Bruins! Boom! Drop the mic, I'm out.